I'm going to read something from a book that I've started, and I'm going to be looking for publishers soon. And so I just wanted to put this out there. I haven't posted anything on video for a long time. It's been a couple years. I've had some delays, and I've been a little special a few times. Been in the news and stuff. Thank you for that mention. Part of my legacy. It's fine. I am special, so booyah. Chosen by the light. Okay, so I don't have a title for this yet. I'm gonna call it Wordless, the Knowing. They say it takes X amount of time to pressure to create a diamond, when all that's really needed is time. It's not external forces which decide. It's the law of time which does. Time is not external. It simply exists. A place and time exist where there are no words. The people don't use alphabetical symbols to communicate. They use only sounds, not even structured shapes of them, just mumbles really. They communicate with behaviors, images, just playthings of the mind or the soul or whatever, not emojis or diagnostic conditions of the mind or the soul or the whatever. It's a telepathy, but not a scientific memorandum, but a consistent, continuous stream of consciousness made real only by the possibilities of the people and beings involved in the creation thereof. It's a raw, wild, and human time, a place where freedom of animal form and reality was made to enact a society in which all could live as one moving mass of Gaia. The earth was goddess, the sky was God. Everything in between was simply that and nothing more. We lived. This is a documentation of that time from another dimension, another place, and another time in the future or past, either way. This isn't any manifesto of my own personal lived experiences with this space, but merely a section of memories from this place I know, a sort of channel from the divine after my own birth into this incarnation and after my own aging into the light of day and future presence. May you be warned and inspired. The dogs were barking again. Wolves had bred into society as a demonic realms attempted a takeover like times of old, but the angels and light beings intervened as usual. It wasn't new. The cycles of new creation always took precedence. We were used to it by now. Light streamed into the tent from the west. A breeze flowed through the camp, and children laughed and played around the small flicker of flames at the chimney we had made yesterday out of mud and grasses that grew out of the edges of the river nearby. Everyone was hungry, but everyone was happy. Squash and nuts had been gathered, and the men were still out hunting more berries, herbs, barks for tea, and wild meats and mushrooms. The dogs were still barking, but a few of them had stopped to listen to the wind. Only a few of us relaxed, the old and infirm, the children, the women. The warriors were still out hunting. Those who were injured yesterday in the Exodus had lain down for rest. We believed in Goddess now. God was old and tired, but a few still used his name. I didn't. It was too painful, but I knew about the marriage and the divorce. Everyone did. All peoples of this earth did. It was a fearful reminder of the past and where we as a humanity was headed in the future. Everyone was scared, but everyone knew there was a clear and distinct path ahead to be made, walked, run along like the edges of a sword or an arrow of truth. We were only glorified in the light. The darkness was long and cold now, but we knew a warmth was on the horizon of time, and we knew we would prevail, even if few of us survived. There was a rasping cough from the layers of clothing beside me. I knew her time was short. It was like a reflection of all of us that were left now, even the children. We had to be careful. We were all in the care of Goddess now. He walked down the dirt clearing in the waning sun. The full moon wasn't for another 12 days, and my cycle had come early this month. Shame had been removed from my awareness, just like the child we had conceived last year. I bled without care now. Chunks and clots filled each pit we dug. I was at peace with it. Him less so, but he was healing too. Our children from the others were already past it. It was life. Death was a part of living. No one was afraid of that, at least, not the elders who had life experience. All was well in their world. We knew the sands of time would toll for us like the bells of our own town square we left behind. We liked our new forward paths, individual as they were, but paralleled by linear generations of ancestral heritage and knowledge from our familial timelines. We had a lot of knowledge. The books had been burned, but we retained the knowledge nonetheless. Some of the children were born aware like this too. Some were disfigured, but we didn't have a book of diagnostics that labeled each accordingly anymore, and frankly, we didn't care. We just existed and lived and loved and died and birthed again. We weren't exactly animals, but we weren't exactly human either. We had transcended that time and those bodies. We were almost whole in this keepsake. Not quite, but almost. So I've started this, and it's the day after Election Day, and God save the Queen. All right, y'all. Talk soon. Peace.